I'm going to start off by telling you just a little bit about the smart home, where it came from, why it's here, and then we're going to walk through the house, go room by room and see the different technologies that we've got going. At any point, if you guys have specific questions, just point me in a direction. I can talk to you about any of the technologies in the house. We don't have enough time to go over all of them today. So if there's anything that particularly interests you, let me know and we'll make sure and focus on that. So first of all, the smart home started in 2006 out at CES. So we actually created this home for the Consumer Electronics Show. It was up in the parking lot of the Convention Center in Las Vegas, where we ran it for the entirety of CES. People came in, toured, saw everything that was going on, and it was so popular that we decided, you know what, we want to hold on to this and keep it as a permanent thing. So we cut it in half, dropped it on a couple of trucks, drove them out here to Cupertino, dropped it in the parking lot, put it back together, and that's how we ended up with a house right out here in front of the HP campus. The house is designed to be as realistic as possible, so it's actually set up so that it's got running water, it's got regular electricity from a residential source, not from the commercial source, it's got a security system, an alarm system that's a residential alarm system, it's got residential internet rather than the network from HP campus. So as much as possible, we've set this up to be like a real home. And as part of that, we have also set it so that it's using technologies that have already been released. Not stuff that's in the future, not things that will someday be out there, but things that are already out there and available. This is built around the idea of being the home of today. So as we walk through the home and you have questions on anything, understand that that technology is already out there. All right, we're going to start right here with the IPTV and talk a little bit about the importance of this technology. Hopefully you guys are hearing more and more about connected TVs or IPTVs. What it means is this TV is capable of reaching out onto the network and grabbing all of the different media that's available. So this can go and pick up all of my music, my photos, and my movies, just like you saw the pictures that are going there. None of that media is actually contained on the television. So nothing is hosted here. What it's doing is it's reaching out to all the different systems in the house, whether that's the desktop in the office or the touch smart in the kitchen or even onto my phone. And it's asking, hey, do you guys have photos? Do you have movies? Do you have music? If so, share it with me. It uses a protocol called DLNA. DLNA is actually an open protocol that's built into Windows. It's built into the Mac operating system. It's built into many of the MP3 players, like the Zune player here. It's built into many of the phones you'll have, and to all three of the major gaming stations. So Xbox, PS3, and the Wii all have DLNA built into them. You know, this is something that is pretty standard across the board, built into new devices, so that they can share all of the media that they have on them with any of the DLNA-enabled devices in the home. It makes it easy to transfer stuff around and have it available when you want it available. On top of being able to grab all the media in the house, the IPTV is built around being able to reach out and grab apps, grab things that you can do functionally on the internet, things like Facebook, or check your stocks, check the weather, look at traffic, watch Netflix, watch Hulu, listen to Pandora Radio. All of these things are apps that you can drive from your TV, as well as doing the traditional media on it. And so that gives the TV really the value of a computer, the ability to do many of the same things. As we walk through the house, we'll see some more examples of IPTVs utilizing apps on them. But it's important to understand that the technology is centered around offering all of that to the consumer. In fact, this is probably one of the fastest growing technologies out there. There's a prediction right now on the growth of the IPTV that says by the year 2015, there will be more connected TVs in the world than there are people. So last year we crossed that boundary with phones. I don't know if any of you guys saw that. Last year we finally got to a place where there are actually more intelligent phones out there than there are people on the planet. We're going fast to the point where that's going to be IPTV. And that's not necessarily the big 47-inch form factor TVs like you're going to have here. It's going to be smaller TVs when you go into central Mexico or rural India. It's going to be a different format when you go out into developing Africa. But what we're seeing is it's more likely that somebody will buy a connected television than it is that they will buy their first computer. Because the form factor and the ability to use a remote control are a lot less intimidating than sitting down and figuring out what a mouse is and how to use Windows and how to type. those kind of things are a friction point that an easy right, left, up, down, okay kind of operating system can overcome for people. So this is a technology that's really taking off. Small businesses are using it instead of digital signage. Plus, high-end entertainment is using it to be able to provide, 3D content and delivering all that into a home. So it's got a lot of different sub-markets that it's going after, but all in all, the IPTV is becoming one of the major technologies moving forward. And it's a representation of the device-agnostic approach to technology that we're seeing out there. So think about your phone, right? Phones have been around for a while, but we probably all remember when phones used to be just phones. That's all they did. All you could do is make a phone call on a phone. And then we started adding address books. And then we said maybe a calculator on there. And then we said, maybe this is also going to be a voicemail service. And soon we started putting cameras on them. And then we had text messaging. And we kept adding more and more things into it until today, when you think about your phone, you don't think, oh, this is just where I put phone calls. This is where I do my email. This is text messaging. This is the internet. This is cameras and photos. This is Skype calling. This is being able to watch media or listen to my MP3s. All of it built into one. So it matters less and less that this is a telephone, and more that it's connected to all this stuff. Same evolution is happening here with the TV. It matters less and less that this is a television, and more that it's connected to all the things out there. Device agnostic. We don't care about what the device is. We care that it's connected to everything, that it delivers your experience to you. All right, turn around. We're going to